Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Catherine, and here I share my love of journaling, stationery, planning, and today I'm going to be doing a overdue July flip through. I actually filmed this already, but when I was playing it back to edit it, I realized that there was so much background noise because I had both of my fans plus my AC running in the same room, and so there was just so much white noise in the background of the video. So I'm gonna try to do it again. But yeah, this is the Hobinichi Cousin. I have the One Piece cover on it, and this is where I do all of my daily planning and journaling. I basically put everything in here. It's my main planner and journal. So for the month of August, we're gonna start with sorry, not August, it's the month of July. We're gonna start on the monthly pages. And so here I basically just write down some of the main memories or main good things that happened during the month. I write it on each day that it happened. So for example, on the 21st, I met up with my friends Sarah and Ian. On the 16th, I saw Who's Tommy on Broadway, etc. And then on the side, I kind of just from these things, I pull out some of the main things that I accomplished, or some of the best memories, and I put them under accomplished and highlights. And I don't really do any decorating. I just have this one sticker from TCMC's little kit. And then moving to the weekly section, let's see, July. Okay. So for each month, I've been doing this for the entire year, but for each month I will pick one kit and just use it for the entire month. So this month is the desert kit from TCMC. And so each week I will have a sticker, one of these box stickers from the kit here. And usually I'll have a washi tape of the week at the bottom, so it won't necessarily match the theme. But yeah, this week, the first week, I just had this strip from the kit instead of a washi tape. And here, I kind of backfill these pages, or I fill them out as I go throughout the day with what I did in the day. Yeah, so, oh, here at the top, the highlighted numbers, these are my paydays. So I get paid every other week, which is why every other Friday is highlighted. And then at the top here, I just write down some of the main things that happened. It's kind of I duplicate information a lot because I just like to see it in different formats. So yeah, for example, on Saturday we went bowling, we being me and my husband. Sometimes even in conversation, I say we without specifying who we is, but it's basically me and my husband. That's we. Yeah, so we went bowling and we went to this restaurant called Flaming Grill. Oh, by the way, sorry if you can hear some traffic noises. I am next to a busy street, so you might hear it through the window sometimes. But yeah, anyway. And then on Sunday, we had a wedding brunch with our families. And yeah, so this week, this is the washi tape from TCMC's subscription. It's a nice beach scene, and I use this because we went to the beach on Saturday and Sunday, so it was fitting. And this week, oh, I used this washi tape mostly because of this guy here. He's so tired and he's pouring coffee to try to help him get awake, and I had a busy work week because I had like financial reviews, which is basically just meetings for almost the entire day. It's like 3 to 5 hour meetings, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that's why I use this washi tape. Oh, and this is from Every Man in a Story. And then this next week, oh, this was a fun week. So I saw a Broadway show, and then I also saw Deadpool and Wolverine in theaters. And we also went to the night market in Queens, which has like a bunch of food. And on Sunday, I kind of had a lazy rest day where I just watched the Olympics with my husband all day. We did a bit of cleaning in the morning, but that was it. And then I always stick down this like weekly sticker in the kit on one of my weeks, and I never use it. I also, you can see, I never wrote down my weekly to-dos, and I also didn't use the habit tracker, or I use it for half the month. I use it for 2 weeks, and then I didn't use the habit tracker this week, and I didn't have a habit tracker this week. Oh, this, I can't remember where this washi tape is from. I want to say it's Laura May Art, something like that. Laura May Art, but I'm not sure. I got this several years ago. Okay, and then this is just half of the week. This washi tape is from Planner Monkey Co. And because it was only half of the week, was July, I did not bring the desert kit into this week. But yeah. Now we're going to go to the daily pages. So here on the first page, I have just some of my goals for the month. And spoiler alert, I really do not look at these goals. I do not stick to these goals. I pretty much never accomplish these goals. So in August, I did not do this. And I don't think I'm going to do this anymore because it's just pointless because I don't do them. Like, I don't accomplish my goals. And I never even look at my goals. So, like, what's the point? But yeah, on the first, I didn't have much to write about. I just did the prompt from TCMC. Do you want the next 6 months to be different from the previous 6? And I said yes and no. I feel like I've made decent progress towards some of my goals and built up some healthy habits that I want to continue. Plus, life in general has been quite good lately. But I haven't done well with all of my goals, like hence what I was just talking about, and have let myself totally fall off on some things. So I need to improve more and make the next 6 months even better than the last. Yeah. Oh, and on the sidebar, most days I will write my to-do list. On days when I go into the office, I sometimes don't bring my planner with me, so this will be blank. Here, I meant to write my summer TBR list. Like, I picked out a bunch of books and I stacked them up on my desk, and I meant to write them down all here, but I never got around to it. So, yeah. Here, schedule, this was like a makeshift or like preliminary schedule for each of our weekends during the summer. So for example, on the 6th, we plan to go bowling to celebrate my husband's birthday. On the 7th, which is Sunday, we had our wedding brunch celebration, and then the next week we decided to go to the beach, and yada yada. Towards the end, like this August, we actually did not do any of these 4 things that I have written down for August, which is funny. But yeah, it was just a very preliminary schedule. And then on Wednesday, it looks like I was feeling uncomfortable, but I did get some kudos at work, which I was happy about. And then July 4th, we had a day off, and so we celebrated with ice cream and a dinner of barbecue ribs, mac and cheese, and roast carrots. And yeah, then we watched Deadpool 2 today to prepare ourselves for Deadpool and Wolverine. And then on the 5th, it looks like my order from Odd Pieces, which is a jigsaw puzzle company, arrived. And then this is some work stuff. On the 6th, this is when we celebrated my husband's birthday. So we went bowling and we went to this restaurant, Flaming Grill, for lunch. And on the 7th, this was, once again, the family wedding brunch celebration. So originally we were going to go to Grand Lux, but they were actually temporarily closed. So we went to City Cellar instead, and it was a really, really good experience. They have really nice vibes. We went in right when they opened, so there were only like 2 other patrons there, besides my big group. So it was just really good. They had live music, the food was great. Yeah, it was a great place. And everything worked out really well. Then Monday, I didn't write much. Tuesday, I finished reading the book, The Crawfield Curse. It is a middle school fiction, maybe like fantasy, I want to say, novel, and it was okay. I think you'll have fun with the book if you are in the target audience of being in middle school. I just thought that the book itself was fine, but I really enjoyed the world building, and the plot was fun to read, but I didn't really like the character, the main character himself. So I gave it 3 stars. Really, it should have been like 3.5 stars, and I almost like wanted to give it 4 stars, but yeah, here, because I try not to do half stars, I try to give it rate books full stars. I decided to give it 3 stars, but yeah. And it looks like I was feeling a bit down today. I wrote, adulting can be quite exhausting sometimes. I go to work, eat, shower, work out, cook, chores, and sleep on repeat. It feels like there's rarely enough hours in the day, or I don't have enough energy to do all that I want to. I guess I'm just feeling a little down because I'm so tired today. Yeah, it's okay. Then on Wednesday, I started reading the next book, Paradox of Vertical Flight, and I was writing about how I did not like the book. I was maybe a 1/4 of the way or a 1/3 of the way into the book at this point, but I said I give the book so far 2 out of 5 stars. Yeah. And then my company had a summer event for all of their employees in the New York area, and I am extremely introverted. I kind of have social anxiety, and so I did not like this event at all. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to hide in the bathroom or like dig a hole and never come out. But yeah, that was that. And on Thursday, I was not in a good mood again. This was just a tough week for me, I think. Friday, this was work stuff, but it went well. We had like a really big meeting, and I presented for a section of it, and it went really well. I got some kudos on it, so I was pretty happy about that. That was a good ending to the work week, which did not go so well besides that. The 13th, Saturday, this is when we went to the beach. So we went to Long Beach, and I just wrote about like what we did during the day and how the beach felt. And I also read the graphic novel Bloom while I was sitting on the beach. And on Sunday, we went to Ocean Grove and Asbury Park. And I read The Girl from the Sea, which is another graphic novel. I didn't put the ratings in here, but this I gave 5 stars. The Girl from the Sea was 5 stars, and Bloom was 4 stars. Bloom, I didn't like the main character again. He was kind of, I don't know, kind of childish. I know the main character is, like, I think a teenager, like high school age, so, like, he gets a bit of a pass because so many teenagers are annoying pricks at that age. Like, it's just puberty. But even so, I didn't like the character. And then this day I did not journal, but my Every Minute a Story order arrived, so I just swatched these 2 washi tapes, and then I decided to use this washi tape for the week. So on Thursday, I ranted more about this book because I still did not like the book. And then on Friday, we went to the Water Lantern Festival. It's where, like, you decorate. They give you, like, a little water lantern kit, and you decorate it with markers or whatever supplies you have. And there's food trucks and music. And when it gets dark at night, we send our lanterns into the river. And, like, don't worry, they like have barriers up so that the lanterns don't go too far, and they can collect all of the lanterns after the event, so there's, like, no pollution or anything. But yeah, it was just a really beautiful event. It was our first time going, and I think we will go again, because it's just, like, a very peaceful, serene, and, like, self-reflective event. And we had a good time. Then on Saturday, it was our mother-in-law. No, not even mother-in-law. Like, relative. I'm, like, trying to, like, do mental gymnastics to figure out what her relation with us is. But, like, I don't know. My brain isn't, like, up to speed right now. So basically, we went to a relative's birthday. And so I just journaled about that. It was a good time. And on Sunday, we met up with some friends, Ian and Sarah, and just had a good time. We went to a restaurant and just chatted and ate. And then we went to Carvel afterwards, and literally as we were getting ice cream, we got the news that Biden had dropped out. And so we just discussed who we thought was going to replace him and what our prediction was for the election while we ate our ice cream. Yeah. Then on Monday, I didn't do any journaling, but I decided to swatch the new stamps that I got from TCMC. So this is one of the kits. This is another one of the kits. And on the next page here, this is another kit. And yeah, I really like these stamps, but because of the type of ink I use, it bleeds or, like, it ghosts really badly. So you can see the imprint really clearly. I know that Helen uses some type of ink where it doesn't really ghost that much. So I will look into that, but I also have, like, this brand new ink pad, so I don't know. It's, like, not as bad when you write over it. You can't notice the ghosting as much, so I think I'll just continue to use my current ink pad. And yeah, if I keep up with my journal regularly, which I hope to do, it won't be too bad, just because the writing kind of covers the ghosting. And I also won't be, like, using 10 stamps on one page. This was just a swatch. Like, here, for example, I just used this one stamp. And so you get ghosting here, but again, it's because I didn't write anything to cover it up. And it's, like, it's only one stamp, so it's not bad. But yeah. Moving on, Thursday, we went to see Deadpool and Wolverine with a bunch of friends, and it was just really cool. It was my first time meeting some of these friends. They were like my husband's friends. So, I wrote about like my first impressions of them, and they were really cool. Like, they are teachers abroad, so they've taught in China, like they lived and taught in China, and now they're currently in the UK, and it's just really, really cool. I have one friend who is teaching English in Thailand, but they are teaching physics and math, or like science and math, and so it's just really cool, like, to see other people's ways of life and how they chose, like, the paths that they chose to go down. It's really cool. Friday, I did not do much journaling, and then on Saturday, my husband sent me a reel. It was about the rule of the thirds rule, where basically a third of the time, I should backtrack. Basically, the rule of thirds says, like, when you are working hard towards a goal, a third of the time you will feel good, a third of the time you will feel okay, and a third of the time you will feel poorly. And if you feel in roughly those ratios, then that means that you are in fact like moving towards your goals. Because if you feel good too often, then you're not working hard enough, and if you feel really badly too often, then that means you're burning yourself out. So you want a good ratio of good, okay, and bad feelings while you're working towards a goal. And then we went to Queen's Night Market afterwards, and we just got a lot of yummy foods. And yeah, I just wrote about all the different foods that we got. Sunday, this is the day where we just binge watched so much Olympics. It's so funny how when the Olympics are on, you start watching sports that you have never watched before, or that you would never watch regularly, but because it's the Olympics and it's just on, you're like, yeah, I'll watch this sport and that sport or whatever. And yeah, so Monday, I just journaled about some random things. Nothing much happened. Tuesday, this is work stuff. And then here, I was having some self-reflective moments on my way to and from work. So I wrote down, let go of who I was, embrace who I will become, change is scary, but it's for the better. And I also finally finished that book that I was reading, and I did in fact give it 2 stars. I did not like this book. And then on the last day of July, I just swatched these 3 highlighters from an Owl Crate box. They're nice colors. They're really pretty, so I will probably use them in maybe my journal or in annotating while I read. But yeah, that was July. And then we'll just go to the very end of this book here. Basically, I write down my favorites from the month every month. So for July, we have Deadpool and Wolverine, Ian and Sarah Meet Up, The Beach, and Black Clover, which is an anime. And yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will be back with another video, the August flip through, next week. Bye.